When it comes to resource development, Stephen Buffalo, the president of the Indian Resource Council, says there's a dire need for change.
Well, for generations, First Nations were barred from active engagement in the natural resource sector. Colonial systems, from the Indian Act and the creation of Indian reserves to deep patterns of discrimination, ensured that our prosperity that came from our traditional territories did not reach our communities.
Buffalo represents 130 First Nations from across Canada that want the economic opportunities that oil and gas projects can bring to their communities. Buffalo says in spite of the opposition to pipelines that's been seen in media, there are First Nations in support of development. That's why he's taking part in the panel discussion hosted by the Macdonald-Laurier Institute in Ottawa.
You know, the fact that some of our communities need that economic development, and I think it's just important that we keep doing what we have to do. The misportrayal of information through social media, and it kind of puts a negative light to what we really want. And at the end of the day, you know, some of us are advocating in this area because it can help get our communities out of poverty. And, you know, that's, if we do it right, working together, not only with industry but with government, I think it'll be beneficial for our communities.
Teresa Tate Day joined Buffalo in today's panel. Day is a founding member of the First Nations Major Projects Coalition. The coalition was formed 3 years ago to work together to become players in the economic opportunities. Day says what's needed to push these developments along is for First Nations to begin a consultation process with each other.
I think with the support of the federal government for the establishment of a governance process, an organization, the support of Indigenous-run organizations, they work. The devolution of, like for example, the First Nations Health Authority is now run by Indigenous people. They work. Financial Management Acts, they work. So Indigenous people run organization.
According to Day in Buffalo, they'll continue to advocate for economic inclusion in resource development. They say what's also needed is a loan guarantee from the federal government to be able to buy into large development projects and the ability to set their own environmental standards. Annette Francis, APTN National News, Ottawa.